Exams. The final exam, I am like 95% through the final exam. I'm going to finish the final exam tonight, so probably I will have a chance to talk about the final exam tomorrow in more detail. So if you come by tomorrow to the class, I can add more details to whatever I had explained during the Wednesday class. These are the problems from our old exams. One problem from chapter 7, I guess, this one. This one is chapter 14, which is very, very, I guess, almost the same as the problem I taught during the class. This is a cash flow problem, which is very good because it does have loan amortization, it does have depreciation, it does have net present worth, so it has pretty much everything. And you are going to have a similar problem in the exam, like this cash flow for 5 years, probably with loan. So this will be a very good practice for your exam on Wednesday. And this is a problem from chapter 7, IRR. You're going to do some incremental analysis, I guess. Yes, because MAR is 20%, so we are going to do some incremental analysis to figure out the economic project, most economically justified project. Okay, so I'm gonna need your help. I don't know if you have your calculators with you. I see some calculators. So good. I would need you to confirm my numbers because I'm not sure about the numbers. Okay, let's do this. Project A. First one, identify each project as simple or non-simple investment and write your decision with empty cells for each project. So how many projects do we have? 5 projects. First project, project A. Is that simple or non-simple? It's simple. Why? One sign flip, right? From negative to positive. From year 0 to year 1. Do you remember chapter 7, guys? This is chapter 7. Chapter 7. So this one is simple because we have only one sign change from year 0 to year 1. Project B. Simple, not simple? Simple. Why? One sign change. Project C. Non-simple, right? I see some wrinkled faces. It's not non-simple? It is non-simple, right? Well, it's simple. Why?
0 doesn't count.
0 doesn't count as a sign change. That was a good question. So negative 2,500 to 0 and negative 1,000. It's like negative 2,500 to negative 1,000. There is no 0, so there is no sign change. We have just one sign change from negative 2,000 to $12,000 at the end of year 6. Project D. This is definitely non-simple. And the last one, non-simple. Why? 2 sign changes. Okay, here we have one here, one here. Here we have one here. Non-simple, non-simple, simple, simple, simple.
Is there any other way that it could be non-simple outside just the one sign change?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
So what is special about non-simple and simple investments? These are, first of all, let me ask you this. These are all investments. Why?
Because you have a negative sign at the start.
Because what?
You have a negative sign at the start.
Negative sign where?
You're making the payment at the very beginning.
Yes, in time 0. Yes.
Start.
So the
Well,
first,
would D not be investment since you're not doing since in year 0 you're not even putting your payment down?
which one?
Project.
Well, you don't have any payment in year 0, but you have later on, so that's an investment. The first payment is negative, so that's an investment. Okay, so every project in this problem, in this question, is an investment. So back to my question. What is special about non-simple investments and simple investments? They have something to do with IRR. Anything? Simple investments have something IRR. Definable, unique. Yes. Simple investments have unique IRR. Non-simples don't. Okay. If you remember, I had this plot like this. So this was a simple investment. So this is the IRR. For non-simples, we had like multiple sign changes. And there is a good chance we don't have a unique IRR for that investment. Do you remember? I did mention this, right? Okay. Okay, so second problem, chapter 13. This is, okay, let's mark each item below as asset, liability, income, expense, equity, other. Make the income statement, balance sheet, and funds, cash flow statement for company XYZ, fund company XYZ, current ratio, debt ratio, net profit margin. Assume that the income tax rate is 40%. Okay, this one is, looks very similar to the problem I have, so let's do this very, very quickly. Mortgage interest, the type. Interest. Guys, interest is always expense. Okay, make a note. Mortgage interest, loan interest, whatever interest, it's an expense. So this goes in an X. Mortgage principal paid, it's another. Interest paid on loans, X. Loan principal paid, other. Mortgage is a long-term loan, okay, long-term liability. Mortgage is a long-term liability. Sales, sales,
Income.
I, thank you. Dividends, dividends are deducted from net income to calculate the retained earnings, right? So this is, other. Salaries,
X.
salaries, salaries are I, huh? We are paying salaries. It's an expense. Salaries are expense. Insurance. Insurance is an expense. Utilities, expense. Common stock. Common stock is not asset.
Equity.
Is equity. Postage,
Expense.
expense. Accounts payable, liability, accounts receivable, expense, asset. Long-term, short-term? Short. What else? Property and equipment, gross. Property and equipment,
Asset.
L,
Asset.
asset. Cumulative depreciation, depreciation itself, depreciation itself, it's an asset. Oh my God.
No, it's not.
Depreciation is not an asset. Expense. Do you remember, guys? Chapter 10. We had revenues. Then we subtracted depreciation and debt interest to calculate net income. Right? Yes.
Last time for the fish meter problem, you said the accumulated depreciation
Is negative L. Right?
Negative A.
L? Negative A?
It's L, but it's negative A.
Well, accumulated depreciation is being subtracted from the property and equipment. So it could be counted as a negative A because it's been subtracted from the, in our balance sheet, you're supposed to put net property and equipment. This one is gross, okay? For net, you have to subtract your accumulated depreciation. Accumulated depreciation means the amount of property and equipment which is being deducted. Okay, so when the accumulated depreciation equals property and equipment, you can salvage your equipment and properties, whatever you own. Okay, so depreciation is going to be an X because it's been subtracted from, yes.
So is accumulated depreciation liability or other?
Accumulated depreciation is an other. Is being subtracted. I said negative A, I guess, right?
When you work the problem,
Negative A, right? Okay, so negative